One day, a young man named Jatin traveled across the kingdom to meet the Buddha. He had heard of the enlightened one's wisdom and longed for guidance. Jatin was tired of life. He had faced countless failures, lost his family's wealth in a failed business, and was mocked by those around him. He felt like a failure and wanted to give up. When he finally found the Buddha, he bowed and said, "Master, I've tried everything in life, yet I only meet failure. I am exhausted. I want to give up." The Buddha looked at him calmly and asked, "Tell me, Jatin, if a child is learning to walk and falls 100 times, should he give up?" Jatin was surprised. "Of course not, Master. If he gives up, he will never learn to walk." The Buddha smiled. "Then why do you wish to give up on life? Just because you have fallen?" Jatin lowered his head. "But I'm not a child, Master. My failures have destroyed my confidence. I feel worthless." The Buddha picked up a small stone and dropped it into a nearby pond. "Do you see the stone sinking, Jatin?" Jatin nodded. Then the Buddha picked up a dried leaf and placed it on the water. It floated. "Now, tell me, why does the stone sink but the leaf floats?" Jatin thought for a moment and answered, "Because the stone is heavy and the leaf is light." The Buddha nodded. "Correct. The weight of your failures is like the stone. It sinks you. But if you let go of the burden of the past and become light like the leaf, you will float through life." Jatin was silent. The Buddha continued, "Life does not test us to break us. It tests us to make us stronger. The problem is not failure. The problem is holding on to failure. Learn from it, but do not let it weigh you down." Jatin looked up, his eyes filled with realization. "But Master, how do I become light like the leaf?" The Buddha pointed at a bamboo tree growing nearby. "Do you know how bamboo grows?" Jatin shook his head. The Buddha explained, "When you plant a bamboo seed, nothing happens for the first year. Even in the second and third years, there is no visible growth. People may think the seed is dead. But in the fifth year, suddenly, the bamboo shoots up to nearly 90 feet. Do you know why?" Jatin listened carefully. Because all those years, it was growing its roots underground. It was preparing itself for the moment it would rise. If at any point it stopped, it would never have reached its full height. Life is the same, Jatin. Your failures are your roots growing deep. If you give up now, you will never see how tall you can grow." Jatin felt a surge of energy within him. He realized he had been too focused on his failures, not understanding that they were preparing him for something greater. He bowed deeply before the Buddha. "Thank you, Master. I will not give up. I will grow my roots and rise like the bamboo." The Buddha smiled. "Remember, the strongest trees face the harshest winds. The deeper the roots, the taller the growth. Keep moving forward." With newfound determination, Jatin left the Buddha's presence, ready to embrace life's challenges with perseverance and faith. And just as the Buddha had said, Jatin's patience bore fruit. Years later, he became a wise and successful man, inspiring others with the very lessons he had learned. The story of Jatin became a testament to the power of perseverance, reminding everyone that no failure is final, only giving up is.